A singer, songwriter and a musician of international stature, Ntunja's career began in 2006 when she performed with the Sunshine Band. She has performed with Umoja and been part of the critically acclaimed theatre pieces like Mkabayi Kajama, a member of the legendary band Mahotella Queens, since 2013. Ntunja has now released a new single titled Buya and joins me in studio to tell us more. Thanks so much for coming onto the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Well, we obviously want to talk about Buya, but let's talk about when you started out with Mahotella Queens. I mean, I've been watching them since I was a little boy, and obviously you weren't part of the group then.
I was still very young at that time. I never even imagined that I was going to go and join the Queens. But growing up, I remember I was raised by my late grandfather by the name of Michael Mabaso, who used to play Mahotella Queens, or Soul Brothers, Angelique Kidjo back then in the days, because he used to sell cassettes and CDs. So each and every morning, whenever he prepared for work, he'll make sure that he plays our African music. And that's when the love of African music, like I think the seed was bestowed in me. I remember hearing a song by Mami Remakeba, which is called Aluta Continua. I never understood what the song was singing about, but I knew that this is what I wanted to do when I grow up, because the song resonated with my spirits. And ever since, I've been doing the arts. Yeah,
we've got to give credit to our parents, our grandparents. My own father in this instance. I mean, he was a big fan of Mahotella Queens. So obviously that's when I picked up the love of the music. So, but how did you end up specifically with Mahotella Queens?
Yeah. Okay, it was back in 2013. It was Mother's Day. I was performing at Beachwood Hotel with my band, and the Mahotella Queens happened to be there. And you can imagine, these are the women that I grew up watching, singing their songs in the streets. And to see them live, it was like, okay, wow, okay, they're here. Let me do my part and deliver. So I did my set, and after that, I was called by Mom Hilda. And she was like, what you're doing is very beautiful for such a young lady like you. Your presence on stage, your outfits and stuff, like you remind us of when we were young. Little did I know that 2 months down the line, I was going to get a call from her asking me to join the Queens. And when she called, it was in August. And she was like, Amanda, Mom Jorge is no longer well, and I think you're going to be the right fit to continue her legacy within the Queens. And I had to think hard, like, hey, these are such big shoes to fill, hey? And I remember growing up, like, wanting to be a musician, wanting to be a singer, wanting to perform in bigger stages. And I was like, let me seize the moment and see where it takes me. And I've been part of the group since then. And I remember my first tour was 2 weeks after I joined the group. We had to leave for America. So I had to learn a 4-hour show in 2 weeks. But I did it because I did my research. When they called me, I had a friend by the name of Obongani who used to play drums for them. So I knew he had their music and videos. So I went there and I practiced and I practiced. By the time I met the Queens, I was like, they're like, you're a fast learner. I didn't know that I practiced prior.
You did your homework?
Yes, I had to.
So Mom Hilda obviously isn't young. How old is she? Is she still performing?
She's still performing and going strong. She's 82 this year. She's been with the Queens for 60 years and still going strong.
It's absolutely remarkable. So let's talk about your own career. We're talking about the launch of your album. Walk us through that.
Okay, it was back in 2020 when COVID hit, and I had to. This thing has been calling me. This music thing has been. You remember, I had to put my career on hold to join the Queens, and I was like, "This is a do or die moment. Anything can happen to me. What if I die with the songs and not sharing with the world?" And I had to take that leap of faith, and I recorded my first single. It was called Imali, and it did well in the charts. And then last year, I met Sinamandla Kwebile, who's the owner of KS Music as well as Coffee. And they're like, we'd like to sign you, we'd like to give you a job, we like what you're doing, and we see it. What can you bring to the table? And I was like, okay, this is what I do, this is what I want to achieve. I know what I'm doing is different, but they were willing to give me that chance to be expressive and share my craft with the world.
So let's juxtapose your role or your performance with Mahotella Queens versus you as an artist on your own. What are the differences? I mean, how do you embody the fine balance?
Okay, I create characters. With the Mahotella Queens, I'm Amanda, and then when I'm doing my solo career, it's Ntunja. So whenever I'm Ntunja, I'm bold. I fear nothing. I just go for the kill. But with the Queens, I'm a bit reserved because I've been groomed by my elders, which I really appreciate because I was very nurtured. They haven't been taken as a child. But with me, everything is like I'm starting from ground roots. So I get to see, okay, this is how things are done. This is how things are done. And I make sure that I embrace each and every milestone that I achieve.
So let's talk about this single, Buya. What inspired it? What does it speak to?
Okay, Buya is a single that was released last year, December. I featured Musa Sikwena, and I dreamt about the song, crazy enough. I was sleeping and I woke up and I was singing, Buya Police, which means come back and heal my heart. I don't know who this song is for, but whoever it is for, it's a love song about love, reuniting with your loved ones, be it maybe friends, however you want to put it. It's just a song about reuniting, it's about love. There's always going to be that one person that captures your heart, you know? Maybe you'll meet that person once in your lifetime and then you head to separate ways. But your heart still yearns for that person, only to find out that they feel the same way, but due to second circumstances, you all can't be together, but spiritually you'll forever be united.
How has the market reacted to the
So far, it's been warm. I'm being well received, and I'm getting a place. I'm here today.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Thank you on that. And it's been well received, and the calls and the messages that I get was, oh, this song is like taking me back. You know, I'm thinking of this so and so. Or at times, it's a reunion of friendships. Like I said, I got a message like someone, oh, I lost connection with this friend of mine, and I heard this song, I need to think about it and reach out. Even though we ended things the rough way, I had to reach out to them to reconnect our connection. So I'm very grateful with the impact that it's having on the market.
So you talk about personalities. Amanda with Mahotella Queens, Ntunja on your own, and your public persona. So you talked about people that are writing to you and telling you how they relate to Buya, for instance, and how they relate to you. How do you strike that balance?
Okay, when I'm with the Queens, I know that, okay, this is a big brand that I'm representing. It's always been there and it's still going strong. I'm also still going to pass on the baton to the next generation. So I respect that with Kashiya sound, you'll never go wrong. And that's where I get to learn how do I fit in Ntunja into this without emulating the Queens. Obviously, something had to rub off me. African music is my life. I live, I breathe it. It's in me. It comes to me in different forms. So with Ntunja, I become more expressive, and the people get to know who I'm Ntunja and Amanda as well, because I didn't want to be that lucky girl who was chosen to be part of the Queens. I want people, I'm building my own legacy to say she deserved to be in the Queens.
Do you ever have to prioritize between Ntunja and the Mahotella Queens?
At this moment, I haven't, like I always pray, God, please let not things clash, and so far they don't clash.
So are you getting support from Mum Hilda and the other Queens?
So much support from her. They support because she knew that from the beginning, this is what I was doing. And then I had to stop and be with the Queens. And I've learned so much, I must say. So for me, coming into the industry, I came with a different perspective, knowing the inside. Okay, it's not just all glitz and glamour. You have to do the hard work. You have to do the marketing. You have to respect your audience. You have to respect your craft and how you present yourself. You are who you are. It's not because, oh, Ntunja manje, I need to be pompous. You need to understand what you are where you are. It's because of the people that supports the dream, that supports your craft. So you must always stay humble and respectful to your followers.
So obviously everybody wants to know a little bit about the song, those that haven't heard it. So we're going to listen to a little bit of the clip and then come back to the conversation.
Okay, thank you.
picture myself either at a picnic or on some long drive and listening to this sort of song. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful.
It's soothing to the soul. It's music for the soul.
It definitely is. So you said the inspiration came from a dream.
Yes.
So how did you piece it all together? I mean, I'd love to watch the video to this and how all of that comes together.
It was 2 years back, and I was singing this melody in a dream with this guy, but he was blurry. I couldn't see who it was. And I woke up and I recorded it on my phone. And the next morning, I just wrote the whole thing. Words just came, and
the entire song?
yes.
Did you have the beat there as well, or was it just the lyrics?
It was just the lyrics and the melody. And as I went to the studio, the beat came. And I was fortunate enough to work with people who were open-minded, and they gave me that chance to listen to me, to what I had to bring on the table, and they work with that. So forever grateful to Osihle and You're Beyond for allowing me to express my creativity, and they took the song to the next level.
So let's rewind a little bit. I want to talk about Mum Hilda and the Mahotella Queens. Mum Hilda's been in the business
since 1964.
Yeah, so that's 60 years, right?
Year.
So you go into this place where you were getting 60 years of experience, right? Multiplied by, obviously the other queens in their group. Just how invaluable is it to work with a legend in the business? I mean, if you think about it, without her, the amount of time that it would take you to capture all those lessons is incredible.
It's been an amazing journey, I must say. She's been an amazing mentor to me. And working with the Queens, first of all, when I joined the Queens, it was 2013. They were 49 years in the business. They were going to celebrate their 50th anniversary. And here I was, this young girl, being amongst my elders. And at first I was like, how am I going to adjust? And they were so open, and they welcomed me with warm hands, and they made sure that I was nurtured, I was babied. But when it comes to work, they don't play around. You need to make sure that you hit those notes. Because I remember I used to be an alto singer, and when I joined the group, Mam Nobesutu, who was the original soprano singer, was like, I'm old now, I can't reach those notes anymore, so you need to sing soprano. So I had to adjust, and it has helped me to grow my range as well as a vocalist. And I'll forever be grateful for them for taking that risk and a chance with me, because they could have given that chance to anyone. But it happened to be me. I always tell her that I love her, and I forever cherish her in my heart, because you see, I'm a plus-size girl, Yeah. And for her to like, yeah, you was, Ala. And I was like, me. She was like, yeah, you're flexible, you've got the pipes. Why not? We don't discriminate here. We see talent. And those are the things. And the memories that we share together, you'll swear they're 16-year-olds. We have so much fun until we have so much fun. We go out, sightseeing, but if I want to go out maybe with the band members, I need to report. I need to remember that these are my elders. I treat them as my mothers and grandmothers.
So their rules is not just free for all?
No. You must know. Yeah, they don't play around. They don't play around. They'll tell you, they give you a cafe, or you're going out, 10 o'clock, you need to be back. And you need to be back by 10, because she's going to be knocking at your door.
Wow, this is proper stuff.
Very proper.
So let's talk as we round off. What are you telling some of our young viewers, some of the young girls, young women that are in the business or want to get into the business of, how do you do this?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say, listen to your inner voice. Trust in it. Trust in the gift that was bestowed within you. It will lead you. It will guide you into the right direction, and that nothing beats being your true, authentic self that attracts people to you, because you can't emulate people. If you're yourself, it's easy for you to find your market. It's easy for people to gravitate towards what you have. And I always tell them, for you to know where you're going, you need to know where you come from.
Ntunja, appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming on to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Mahotella Queens, band member since 2013, and had the pleasure of having her on News at Prime. A lot more to look forward to, including news from across the globe when we come back.
see your